Hello and welcome to the training for productivity and post-game reporting. Uh, what we see here is our continuing job for Greasy Food, our Greek restaurant that we hope to open someday. Anyway, we're on the main cover sheet page. We've entered information. We've put in our job cost information. We have our estimated profit. I'm going to click on the Project Management tab. We've already entered our first week of productivity, and now we're ready to check out the productivity tab. And so let's do that now. Okay, so what we see across the top here is what I call the completion dashboard. We have total estimated footage or units, which we had 2,500 square feet. And our footage to date is 850. It shows in green because, hey, for where we're at in our budget, and if we look up at this little gauge here, budget completion, we've completed 56% of our budget when it's regarding our footage, our material, our labor, and our man hours. So it compiles all three of those and says, okay, you're about 56% done according to your original budget. If we are in trouble, you will see yellow. Well, yellow doesn't mean trouble necessarily. It means that we're getting close to our budgeted amount. Now remember, we front-end loaded our materials, so yeah, we're at $7,000 of a budgeted $8,750. Our labor budget is looking good compared to the footage that we set, so it's in green. Our total estimated man hours 235, and we're at 160. Our estimated total costs were $20,100, and we're really good at $12,585. Our estimated original profit margin was 23%, and it's estimating that if we keep going the way we're going, we're going to be at 23%, and it's showing green, so that's good. Estimated total cost to finish. Now this is a projection taking all of this information into account. It extrapolates what the estimated cost to finish is and what our current estimated profit is going to be. If we take a look at our bar charts down below, footage productivity per hour, if we put our cursor over the top, our productivity per hour, our actual is 5.31 when we estimated 12.5. So we're a little bit behind on our productivity schedule. That's really why our current profit is equal, even though we're green across the board. Our footage productivity, so our expected footage. Now it's saying, considering the man hours and the labor costs and everything else, our actual footage productivity is 850 when we really should be about 2,000 for the man hours that we spend in our labor budget and everything else. So we're a little bit behind on our expected footage to be set. So this is a management tool. I can now look at this and tell the guys, listen, we're really going slower than we really expected to. Is there a problem? Maybe the bid was done wrong. Maybe the guys are messing around. Maybe there's who knows? But it's just a tool for the project manager to check things out and see what's going on. Our labor per square foot, our actual labor per square foot is $4.12, and we estimated it to be about $3. Our hourly wage, our actual hourly wage is $21.88 when we estimated at 25. So we're doing better. That out of these four, this is really the only one where our actual is beating our estimate. Our budget's projection board for our other costs shows here. As we get closer to our budget, we'll see things go in yellow, and if we go at 95% or above, over 100% of our budget, we'll see this in red, and we'll show that here in a second. If it's not in bid NIB, that means we didn't put a cost in for this particular bid. And the green lights here show us that we're doing pretty good on compared to our budget. Okay, so let's go back and put in a second week for weekly progress. And let's say that this time, maybe there was some floating or prep work, what have you. So I don't need as large a crew. I'm just going to have 3 guys, 120 hours this time. But these guys really knock it out of the park. Let's say that they do 1,500 square feet. Since I front-end loaded, I only had $500 in material this week. My guys, let's say that my labor was $2,800 this week. My taxes and burden, I don't have as much tax for materials. I don't have sales tax. So let's say, I don't know, $350. No freight charges this week, no financing expenses. Let's throw another $100 in management and another $50 for incidentals. Okay, let's take a look at our productivity. Now, notice our budget completion. We're at 93%. Now, we're getting close, because at 95%, it'll start to go red to say, hey, you're getting really close to what your original budget was. We click productivity, and we see in red right off the bat 280 square feet. Or excuse me, 280 man hours versus our estimated at 235. But everything else looks pretty good. We've only got about another 150 square feet to set. Our material budget, we're under on our material budget. We're good on our labor budget. Even though we're over on our man hours, our labor costs are substantially lower. Our estimated total costs were $20,100. Our current costs are $16,335. Notice our profit's gone up because we got better productivity this week. Again, the management tool lets you do that. Estimated profit. Now, our estimated cost to finish, remember, this extrapolates. $987 to finish, and our current estimated profit was $9,866. If we take a look again at our productivity, our actual is 8.39. When our estimated was 12.5. So our productivity per hour actually is still lower, but that's okay. We're making money. Our actual footage set is 2350. When again we should have been at this labor rate and everything else 3,500. Even though that's more than what the footage of the job. It's saying, according to your original budget, these guys should have set 3,500 square feet, and they've only set 2,350. Our actual labor per square foot is $2.68 when our estimated was $3. So our labor per square foot's come down. That's good. And our average hourly wage is at $22.50 when we estimated at $25. All of our other budgetary concerns, except for taxes, were at 111%. But the rest were looking good. So we can go back in and put in our last week numbers. Let's say that it only took a guy 20 hours to finish up. We had what I think was 150 square feet left to set. We had $50 in materials. Let's say that we sent a guy 300. He was 15 bucks an hour. Taxes were at 75. We had no freight, no financing. We'll say 50 bucks in overhead and $50 in incidentals. Okay, we're at 98% of our budget. It shows red because we're getting really, really close. But we're done with the job. So we're 2,500 square feet set. Materials we're under. Labor we're under. We're over on our man hours. But we're substantially lower on our total costs. And remember, those costs, instead of going in the pockets of others, now gets to go into ours. Our estimated profit percentage is 23, and now we're at 38%. $7 to finish. That's just basically we're done with the job. Maybe send a guy to do 1 hour of punch list, what have you. And our current estimated profit was $10,371. We can take a look at our original. If we click on the cover sheet, our original estimated profit was $6,650. So we've done really well. We're at 100% of our overhead, but we're under on everything else except for taxes. Now, the one other thing that's cool that's related to the productivity is the post-game. So if I click on post-game, this is going to show us our bar charts. And this is to show the guys and help you and see exactly where you were under and over for the whole job. We already knew that, so here's actual. Man hours, actual 300 when we had estimated 235. We set 2,500 and it was estimated to be 2,500. Our actual material were way under at 7,550 when we estimated 8,750. Labor were under our actual, under our estimated. Our taxes we were over. So again, this is all management tools to help you figure out where you're making money and where you're losing money on any one of your jobs. And here's the greatest one, profit. Our actual was $10,378 profit on this job when we had estimated $6,213. So those are the two bar charts and dashboards that you want to take a look at productivity as you're working on your job, because that's going to help you figure out where you're going wrong in real time. Most people really have no idea where they're at until the job's done, and they can't do anything about it. But with the PM Tracker here, you're able to do that. Now in the next training, we're going to take a look at how to do a schedule of values that you can do automatically for invoicing and a schedule of values, and then how to click reports buttons so that you can load that into your own Excel spreadsheet, print it out, save it, and send it off to the GC. So that's the next training. We hope to see you there soon, and appreciate your time.